Hey guys, Alicia here. Hope your summer is going well. It's a bit warm here, and life is crazy. My office is crazy, you can tell, but I am using time blocking to still get some strategic things done. There are things that are not happening, I've thrown out the window. I was telling a friend the other day, there are some things I'm just okay with that not happening until fall. I just have to let some things go. But a friend was saying, "Oh, I'm amazed at how much you're getting done." And I thought I should share about time blocking. I also saw time blocking, people were talking about it on a Facebook group. And I thought, oh, that's a good video topic. There you go. I'll do that tomorrow. So here we are. Through time blocking, I've got time right now, just enough time to do a video and give you a few tips of what I do. Okay, I work from home quite a bit for my day job, and then I'm also doing some stuff on the side biz, and I've got four beautiful little boys, well, age 8 and under, but they all want time with mommy. They want time with me. And my husband wants time with me. And I want time with me. So, time blocking is huge. And what's really worked really well for me, okay, first, the part that's newer, I've started doing a weekly review and a weekly plan and each weekend, and that's been amazing. I've gotten more intentional about writing down a list each week of the things that I need to do, and then when I have time, I look at that list and I see which things. So like in the so I've got my list and I'm like motivated to do it, right? You got to be motivated and passionate about the stuff that you're trying to fit into your life. So a lot of stuff is going to fit in just easier, right? So I've got meetings for work or my stuff for work, it just gets scheduled, and then I'm fitting in things around that. I'm fitting in family and I'm fitting in the blog, right? The side biz that's, I'm passionate about, but it's hard to fit it into life, right? So what I've done is each night I look at the next day and then I see where I have chunks of time, and especially when I have a day with a babysitter, like today, I had a couple of meetings, but I made sure to schedule them so that my big boys that are home, I could go take them to lunch today. And then I had an hour after a meeting before the babysitter, and I decided for that hour, like how I was going to use it, and one thing I'm going to do in it is record a video. So every week when I make my task list, something that I think about is I kind of categorize, or at least mentally, if you're into bullet journaling, you could do like the cute little symbols. Like I haven't gotten into that yet, but I can quickly look at my task list for the week. If it's the evening and I've got a little bit of time, I put the kids to bed, I know I've got half an hour, I go look, and I'm like, oh, I need to make some Pinterest pins for the posts, for next week, or I need to go spend some time on Facebook or do my Instagram post or create this image or brainstorm this video outline, right? So I've got items in my task list that I can just do quickly in like 30 minutes, even if I'm tired. It just takes a little bit and I get the satisfaction of like checking off the little box, right? So that works for me well, to have the list for the week, and then each night or when I have some time to go sit and look. And then what I'm really intentional about, especially with time blocking, is more of when you look at your list of tasks for the week and you think, what is on here that the best example for us, I think, is that I need my kids to very much not interrupt me or not be around. Because I think for all of us, we have much less of that time. And if there are certain things, I think for writing, some people, you want to not get interrupted writing, but then if you do, but for me, since I've got some videos that I want to record, that's definitely a time that I need to not be interrupted. And so finding that time and being intentional and scheduling it is something where I've actually started to put it into my planner. Well, it's over there. I've actually got my planner where I put in each week, I kind of sketch in what I've got, and then the night before I look. And the great thing about time blocking and having that list of tasks is that you identify your focus for that period of time. So today I knew that I had that hour and 15 minutes that I could take my boys to lunch, and I didn't check my phone, I didn't do anything, I didn't think about work. I took that break and I just focused on them and was present with them. And that can be a big key. I don't know if I recommend tracking your time if you haven't done that. Track your time for a week and you'll note, I think for most of us, that time, whether it's from 3 or 5 until 8, there's usually a chunk of time around dinner that just feels like it's wasted. I always feel like I'm on call and I might be interrupted at any minute, but I can't really do anything, but everybody's just hanging out. And sometimes we'll intentionally do a family activity for the evening or something, but there's usually this time around dinner that everybody's just hanging out. Well, if I have something I want to read on my phone, I'll take a book, like whatever book I'm reading, or if there's a chapter I intentionally wanted to read or something I wanted to research. If I've got that topic or that thing on my phone or my Kindle, or a book, whatever, I'll bring that down and I'll have that in the kitchen, and then I'll just read a couple pages, and a kid will interrupt me every 4 minutes. They'll want a snack, they'll need a diaper change, or somebody will ask me a question, everybody's just kind of hanging out, and that's a way to make use of that time that's just kind of whatever. So sometimes I do that, but it's also really intentional to look at each day and find enough time that you're present. And so if you can get somebody to watch the little kids, you can hang out with the big kid, or if the kids are okay and you intentionally give them a movie so that you can go sit at the table with your husband, or whatever it is that you're juggling. Time blocking, the coolest thing about it is being intentional about your time. First, you've got to have your big picture and your task list and know what you're doing and why. But then once you've got those pieces, you've got that list, you know what you want to get done, then look at your calendar, look at your day, think about the chunks of time, and think about, I highly recommend thinking about waking up earlier. Don't do it and stay up later. I always have to pick, and some weeks it just depends on what's going on. But think about what do you actually accomplish? How energetic, how creative can you be after the kids go to bed? Try going to bed sooner, waking up an hour earlier, and then ask yourself on your list, what could I do that's important to me that doesn't always happen? And that could be personal, or that could be side biz, or time with your husband, or whatever it is, different mornings, potentially different things. But try having a whole hour. I tried it successfully, and then life got crazy because it's summer. But I tried waking up 15 minutes earlier for a couple days, and then 15 minutes earlier again for a couple days, until I kind of got, to where I had a whole hour. You could try that. Try getting up earlier. Imagine, look at your list, have something you get motivated by, set your alarm, and think, okay, I've got an hour without kids, without anybody bothering me, I can get this thing done. I find that's amazing for writing and being creative. At the same time, if it's nap time, I know it's so hard to be intentional about nap time, and I've had so many years where I just felt like there were 20 hours worth of things that I wanted to do during nap time, and it was so hard to commit to one thing and give that precious time to that one thing. But that's where you want to look through, and it's really not the best time to just collapse on the couch unless you really need a nap, but it's easy to just mindlessly kind of lose that time. I'm tired of people, nobody needs me, I'm just going to browse on my phone. But if you can have that list, and then you're finding blocks of times, especially for moms, I think this is key. I found how, this is what I told my friend, and then I thought I should make the video, where I find 3 hours a day, and then I fill that 3 hours with creating a video, or doing the pins, or networking with people, or helping somebody with their analytics for free, in order to get better at that. And, and helping outside corporate stuff. For me, that's a skill set that I'm learning, is analytics outside of corporate, but helping other bloggers, and side biz moms that need traffic for whatever their business is, understanding that and how to use analytics in that context, that's skill set for me. Videos, this is something I've committed to. Twice a week, I'm doing a video. So I'm finding that time, blocking it out, getting it done. And, I'm not right now, as soon as I get off this video, I've got just enough time to go play Legos with my big kids before I have to go pick up my small kids, and they'll feel like that was special. So those are things I can do without the little kids, is recording the video and then doing a special activity with the big kids, like Legos, where it's you need to clean up, and so you don't want little people underfoot, right? And then later I'll have another time, probably in the evening, when I just want something that I can just do. I will deal with the video file, I'll make the thumbnail, I'll figure out the exact title, I'll put in the keywords, write the description, just the little administrative stuff that I'm still doing, right? So I hope that helps you think about time blocking and being intentional, and how you can have a list and checking off those boxes. And just think about which activities need to be done in which environments, and then when you're in those environments, look at that list, and the things that are the most important, go ahead and plan out the times that you can expect through kids either sleeping or being at school, or playing in even movie time. You can plan a movie. I would say technology is fine, use it, don't just let them be on it all the time, but use it strategically, and set yourself up to be able to not just be doing the dishes because you're just tired of it even though they're watching the movie. That always happens to me. But instead be intentional and have them help you with the dishes, and then by the time they're starting a movie, if that's not something that you decided to do together, sometimes do that. But if it's just something where you've decided they're all happy with that, I'm going to do this other thing that's strategic. plan out at least the night before, look at your day, or even if it's at each meal. Sometimes that's it, that's all you can do. As much as you can be intentional and just look forward at the next section of time, whether it's the week, the day, or even just the 3 hours until the next meal, and think about what were the few things that needed to happen today or this week, and then is it the right situation for those? And when something changes, go back to your list. We're like, oh, I thought I wasn't going to have kids, but I do. Have you done quality time with the kids? Can you flip those activities? And then ask your spouse or your, somebody, a friend, to help you out, or change, sleep schedule. It's always about being creative. It's about working with what you have. The hugest key is to stay motivated and to care about what you're doing, so that and to get enough sleep to take care of yourself. To it's a positive cycle as you get those different. But the more you get those different things, and I'll get into more of those different things. But the more you get everything going in a positive spiral, then you can get that positive cycle going, and it all feeds on itself, and you're getting things done that you're passionate about, you're finding room for it in your life. And then I should do a whole other video about that, about how that's helped the passion project helping every other part of your life, because then you've got that thing that's working, and then you've got that outlet, and then you're happier, and then everything goes better, and you sleep better, and then you engage with everybody better. And final thought for the summer, I definitely recommend time blocking in quality time with your kids, and then they will be much more receptive and understanding when you want to time block time out without them to do other activities. They'll know that they got their time. And putting it on the calendar for sure helps them to look forward to it. So, super fun. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.